breaking news. Thanks to celebrity cerebral pineapple powerbomb Paul in the bottom corner. But anyway, I'm going to introduce the panel and then tell you a little bit about the topics. Hopefully, everything's going live on the right channels, Rumble and YouTube. If you see us, say something in the chat because you guys are awesome. But we have the return of the ever amazing Cozy, who can speak to birds and knows their language. Cozy, welcome to the show.
Howdy.
We have the most amazing man in all YouTube land, PK. Welcome.
It's the most electrifying channel in all entertainment. It's your boy PK, and welcome back to another episode of 4GQ TV. Thank you, Mr. Clowns, the Italian clowns, the one that scares everybody from space. Hey, listen.
What?
Yes, the clowns from outer space. I understand he's part of their crew.
Killer clown.
That's right. But I thank you for announcing me, and definitely my favorite bird that Cozy brings on the channel all the time. She always looks at me funny.
That's the most electrifying bird in all bird land.
Wow.
That was good.
In every
I'm
single way,
this.
you
I'm
messed
good
that up.
I am so good at this.
Well, okay. You keep telling yourself that.
And welcome to the show, the ever so positive, one and only pineapple powerbomb celebrity Hilton Pizza cardboard box Paul.
Oh, thank God. Oh, wow. Okay. You're lucky you're on the other side of Florida. Seriously. Hey, everybody. How you doing? How's everybody tonight? I hope you're ready for some interesting, fun topics and some good discussion, because here we go.
Yo, we got some sad news to report, though.
Hold on.
We want to report
What we got?
We got to animate it, then we'll go into sad news.
I just want to make sure you don't put it out there. We got to get past the bad energy.
Yeah, there is a little bit of bad news that we're going to talk about in just a moment, but let's finish the introductions first.
We have the most amazing dude in all of England, also known as the UK, or across the pond. That's another term, in case you guys don't know. Beyond yonder, across the pond, we have bloody right, it's animated evil.
Oh no, God, that hurt. Oh wow. Yeah. I think you stunned animated into silence.
Our UK connection has just got disconnected. You need to fix that, clowns. I don't know why you keep doing that to him.
Animated, are you frozen? I don't see him moving. I think he's frozen.
Animated, can you hear us?
Uh-oh.
I don't think he's here.
Animated, blink twice if you're trapped.
Yeah.
She said blink. Hey, clowns, do we got enough room to get Spooky in the back door?
Should be fine.
There he is.
Oh, there he is. Now he's
animated.
moving.
Sorry, I didn't realize I'd paused, but yes, I'm here from across the pond, coming to bring you some nice positive energy on this lovely Thursday evening from me. So yeah, looking forward to it.
But not really good food.
Nah.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. You're saying the UK doesn't have good food?
No, England doesn't.
Well, UK and
No,
England's
they've gotten better. They've gotten better.
There should be enough room for Spooky if he wants to hop in, PK.
Spooky, you want to come through the back door? Get your ass in here.
You're a spooky spooper.
Get your ass in here. Hey, listen.
Before we break down the
Animated,
topics,
I want to ask Animated. What are you chewing on, bro?
Chewing gum.
Oh,
he's
That's
chewing on.
I'll get rid of it.
No, you good? I was just like, man, it looked like.
Wait, no. Did you bring enough for everybody? You know the rules. Did you bring enough for everybody?
Is it beans on toast flavor?
No, it's eucalyptus flavor or something, or menthol and eucalyptus. I don't know.
They have bubble gum.
Wait, so you're drinking bubblegum? So you're drinking bubblegum flavored drink with eucalyptus flavored tea?
Whoa!
Or
let me see
gum.
that again.
That's just
raise your glass up.
Blue, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
Romulan ale.
Bubblegum flavor soda. bubblegum flavor soda.
For those who cannot see, Animated has a interesting soda color of blue,
And it's probably
and
healthier than all U.S. soda as well.
it's bubblegum flavored.
You know what? Soda's not healthy, and that's okay.
But in the UK they have healthier foods than we do in the United States.
It doesn't matter. I want my junk food to be junk food as possible. Like, don't do the junk food halfway. It's
No.
like you can't diet junk food. That's just sad. It's sad. That's what it is.
You know what
all out
though?
on your junk food or you don't.
That nice crisp soda is so refreshing, and it looks like the ocean. And like, I don't know, in the sandals commercial, for the resort or whatever.
So
it's
you're
so
saying it looks like ocean water? You are unselling me on that soda.
It sounds like you're
blue,
reaching.
and it's nice. It's cozy.
But no. We
Okay,
don't drink ocean water. Yeah.
No.
All right.
Anyway, guys, check it out. We are affiliated with ExpressVPN. You can use expressvpn.com/4GQTV. You'll get the latest deals, and you can check out Manscaped. You get 20% off Manscaped and free shipping with promo code 4GQTV at manscaped.com in case you just want to clean up anywhere and look good when you go out. Yeah.
No, when you want to cut that grass, that's what you need that Manscaped for.
Oh yeah.
Cozy looks like she want to borrow the Manscaped. You
Yeah.
gotta hide those things.
What? You can cut your hair with it too, can't you?
Yes.
All of them, yes. Yeah.
That-
Yeah. I'm using on my head hair. Let's see how that's the real review.
Nah.
Does it work on your head hair?
You do whatever works for you, but I'm definitely using it to cut my grass. You know what I'm saying? Because
How
gotta
is
keep it clean.
I want to see if it works on head hair, okay?
It would, yes, absolutely.
Nice little edges, crispy edges, and all that jazz. You gotta have your
Yes.
crispy edges.
Me and
Yes.
Animator are just sitting here like,
Hey, all I
Where's
know
this
is
going?
they promise you that you will not get nicked. That's all I'm saying.
Even better, because you gotta get behind the ears. Like, it's hard to get something behind the ears.
It
you
is
can
hard to get in
shave your
certain
bird's
places.
mohawk with it.
Uh-huh.
Birds don't have hair.
Then what's the mohawk on top of the bird?
That's a feather.
Oh, you could shave the feather.
You're not gonna shave my bird's
No, you
feathers.
want to leave that. You want to leave that feather where
Yo,
it's at.
we do not
really
endorse
do.
animal
Not only
cruelty on this
that-
show.
Not only that, but those are like blood feathers.
No.
There's
What?
like yes.
The blood flows through those feathers. If you cut them, they
They-
bleed.
I learned
and they
I
don't
learned
bleed.
something new today. So
They will actually bleed out if you're not
do
careful.
not
Yes.
cut your bird's feathers at all. Cozy is an expert in bird care. Listen to her advice. Thank you.
I also want to point out that Animated is at Gamescom and Spirit. He's at Gamescom and Spirit.
Yeah, he's closer than the rest of us. That's about as
Yes.
good as it's gonna.
Yes, as close as I'm getting this year. Yeah.
Always next year.
Okay, so let's go ahead and throw the bad news out there.
Yeah, Paul, go
was-
ahead, get it. Talk about
It
it.
was just about announced about 20 minutes ago that Bray Wyatt, WWE wrestler of approximately 35 years of age, give or take, has passed away. So those of you who are wrestling fans, that may shock you. It shocked us. I mean, we were really surprised to see it, and it's a sad thing. He's a great wrestler, or was a great wrestler. He leaves behind a young wife and child.
That's right.
So prayers to Bray and his family as they go through this.
Yeah, he was definitely taken pretty early. So unexpected because we were looking for him to come back stronger than ever. He was very creative with his characters. I can't even tell you how captivating it was for him when he created the Wyatt family and came down with something that we just never seen before. Now this man has been through a lot. He's been in the industry a while. And man, he definitely had the world in the palm of his hands. That was his thing, right? So definitely a sad moment. It's a sad moment when we lose anyone, but geez, man, he was taken way too early. He definitely had a lot more in his tank to give us.
Yep, and it seems to have come out of nowhere. We don't really have details, but I mean, so
Spooky said he met him 2 years ago.
Aw.
oh,
Spooky has his shadow imprinted in his hands, so it might be worth something now. Thank you.
I've been
Thank
on
you,
mute
Spooky.
this whole time.
That's
How is-
great.
How,
that
That's
helped
like
us out a
the
lot.
best.
That helped us out a lot.
wow! I tried to interrupt you guys like 7 times and I couldn't. So Timmy said something in the chat that is very sad. Timmy's mom has passed away due to cancer. I would like to take a moment of
Oh, I'm sorry.
silence for Timmy and everybody in your minds or your faith. Say a prayer or positive energy for Timmy and his family. Timmy, very sorry to hear that, man. It's one of the roughest things that you could go through.
Send
losing a
some
parent.
positive energy over there to you, buddy. Sorry to hear that, man.
Likewise.
So, starting off the podcast, kind of sad note, but life has its challenges, man. But let's talk about something that's challenging DC right now. PK will tell you the movie's great and there was no problem with it. The box office will tell you that it was a complete bomb. DC and Warner Brothers actually blamed Hurricane Hillary for the movie not doing well, which I thought was kind of strange. If you ask me, I think people are getting tired of superhero movies or they want to go see more comedies than action movies right now. I mean, life's been kind of rough the last couple of years, and people want to go to the movies and probably not see a whole bunch of action all the time.
I don't think that's what's happening here, and this movie isn't an action movie.
Okay, PK. Well, tell Warner Brothers why they're wrong, why it wasn't Hurricane Hillary,
Well,
why was it superhero fatigue. All right,
I'm
PK,
definitely
you got the
not
floor.
I'm definitely not saying they're wrong or right. I have no idea where they're coming from on that. So, I'm not gonna speak on what they said, but I will speak on what a lot of people are saying, and a lot of people who watched the movie really enjoy the movie. Like I said, my sister who doesn't know nothing about superheroes or any of that watched the movie and wants to pay to watch that movie a second time. For someone who doesn't even watch it and don't even like that kind of thing, that speaks volumes. This movie is definitely a good feel-good movie. It is just well written, well rounded. It does all the right things, hits all the right notes. It has no political BS in it, has no agendas being pushed. It's just a simple, good movie to enjoy. Period. Hands down. Everyone who's watched it definitely gives it a great score and a great review. Um, far as pertaining his performance in the movie theater, it has a lot to do with the fact that one, there's a DC tax. Automatically, because it's a DC movie, people just do not want to see it or don't want to give it the same jazz unless it's a Batman or Superman, right? It's the only time they'll show up. If it's anything else under the sun, I speculate that Aquaman will also do terrible, right? Doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It's just a DC tax. The second piece is a lot of people, and this is from a couple articles I've read, where people felt like, and I know this is controversial, they don't want to see Mexicans on TV. They don't want to go and turn out for a Mexican lead in a movie. I know that sounds crazy, rude, and does not seem to make any logical sense, but it appears to be true. They did a survey. It reminds me of when Black Panther for the first time hit the movie theaters, but majority of the people who turned out was people of color, and the opposite, people did not go to see it or did not feel like they connected with the movie and just didn't think the movie was that great. And it's because they don't see they didn't go watch the movie for what it was. Instead, they're looking for a different kind of movie and didn't really understand the tone and the nature of what the message that was being passed, right? And I think it's the same joint here, same thing going on here. And I'm not technically Hispanic or anything, but you don't have to be, and that's the thing. When you go watch this movie, it kind of it takes you back to where families actually stuck together, looked out for each other. I mean, brothers and sisters. I mean, today's world, we all fighting each other. You know what I mean? But these people came for nothing, gave everything to make sure they son made it through college. I mean, law school. That's a lot of money. I know Paul's thinking about, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
But if they gave every dime to make sure he made it, just no matter what it was, I mean, that's a big deal. And I'm not going to spoil the movie, and I apologize if it sounds like it, but I'm not. All I'm telling is that everyone, if you're listening to my voice, you would not be disappointed if you go watch that movie and just pretend it's not a superhero movie. I guarantee you'll enjoy it 1,000 times more because it's really just a good feel good movie, and it does well. Far as what's happening in the box office, I'm just saying, look at Transformers. Transformers was a really great movie, but it has a couple things going on. One, it launched in between Spider-Man and Flash, like 1 week after each other. Then two, it has the it has a tax similar to the DC tax. It's called what's his name? Michael Bay tax.
Yeah, the Bay tax.
Michael Bay has wore everyone out and think that every single Transformer movie from here on out is going to be like his terrible. That is just not true. And this movie had a different director, and even Cozy didn't. Someone that's not even interested in Transformers can simply say it was a
It needed more
flick.
beasts.
But it was a good flick altogether, right? So it was enjoyable for what it was, and it wasn't a Michael Bay movie. And two of those things mixed together killed the hype and the all of the hype around the film, right? Because people think it's just another Bayformers flick, which I agree. I don't want to see that either. But that's what happened here. You can say the same thing with this Blue Beetle. There has been a lot of bad DC movies. Not all of them are bad though. Not all of them are bad, but that's the perception, and also the perception that all Marvel movies are good, and that's not true either.
Not even close.
So, in my opinion, and I'm just saying my opinion, everyone in the chat, everyone that's listening to my voice, Blue Beetle is one of the greatest movies of this year. And is one of the greatest superhero flicks I've seen in the past year. That is a lot to stand on. And I'm not saying that. I'm not even a Blue Beetle fan. I don't even know the lore that great. But I'm telling you, this is a well put together film from beginning to end. So for those who may not been interested, may not know who he is, that's why you didn't go see it. I get it. Trust me when I tell you, give this thing a shot. You'll be super surprised. You would not. It'd be like you and a kid again watching Batteries Not Included. It'd be something different for you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that now. Something you ain't never seen before, but you definitely would love to talk about from time to come. That's right, Graphic God. He is relatively unknown. However,
yeah,
you give this thing a chance, you would definitely spin your head twice.
Yep. I was going to bring that up at the top of the DC tax, that he is relatively unknown to the general public. So he's something new. I mean, that alone should make you kind of want to check it out. I mean,
I don't know. I guess I really am not a fan, so I'm like, That's one of those where like I would see it if it was on, but I'd never pay to watch it.
That is my point. My sister's not a fan. She's not even a fan of superhero movies. She wouldn't even go watch any of that. She wasn't paid for them. But the fact that she did, and the fact that she enjoyed it that much, that she is willing to go spend money to go watch it again, this ain't even her thing. You got to tell me. You can't tell me that don't speak volumes.
Okay,
I
so
wish
let
she
me
was on this podcast. She would tell you. Oh, no. She would swear up and down. She would not ever do that. I don't give a crap what it is. I don't care if it's Superman, Batman. I don't care what it. She would never do it.
So let me give it to you by the numbers. The movie cost 120 million to make.
Oh, that's cheap.
Oh, yep, it is. Opening weekend worldwide, it made 50 million.
Yeah,
So
that's expected.
So that's considered a bum by most standards. But here's the thing. Rotten Tomatoes, it's getting 81 user review score. Now, if you go for ratings or not, that means people are actually enjoying the movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think where this movie is going to find its place is once it hits streaming.
Yep.
And then people are going to watch it and go, hey, you know what? That really wasn't a bad movie.
It was. It's
Paul,
not.
I'm going to put some information on the screen for everybody watching. So on Rotten Tomatoes, right? I'm going to give you the critic score and then the audience score. Critic score
is really good.
Critic score is 77% with 219 reviews. Audience score is now at 91% with 1,000+ verified ratings.
So it actually moved up from the article I read.
And look at this. And that is what he just put on the screen. Think about it. That's 1,000+ people verified. Yo, they generally enjoyed it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not making this up.
So the fans and casual moviegoers are loving it.
That's what I'm saying. It is definitely worth your time and money. I would never tell anyone that if it's just niche, meaning only I would enjoy it. You know, I would not tell you I'm not into horror flicks, right? You guys know I'm not into suspense and horror, but guess what?
Yeah.
Black Phone was the ish, and I bought that movie. And
Black
all
Phone
I'm
was
saying,
fire. Black Phone was absolutely
but guess what?
Yeah.
For someone who doesn't like that genre, if I loved it and bought it and spent money, I seen it at a show, movie theater, and I bought it. That tells you it means something. I wouldn't tell you this if I didn't think that it would be generally enjoyed by the masses, meaning you don't have to have any background, any understanding about nothing. Just watch it for what it is. Guarantee you will love it.
Like you said, I mean, I haven't seen it yet. I admit that. But like you said, it sounds more like it's not so much about him being a hero as it's about them being a family.
Exactly. It's like it's the fact that it's more like a drama, but it just happens to have superheroes in it. That's what makes it so crazy.
All right. Animated. Any thoughts on this?
Animated, yes.
Not really, because I'm with Cozy. I don't really do movies in general, but let alone superhero movies. I would
Animated.
Watch it if it was on.
Animated. I'm gonna tell you now. I would never in my life recommend a movie if I didn't think you would like it. Like I would say, yes, Black Phone, watch that ish. You would love that. Same thing with this one, bro. This one will live with your heart, especially if you're a dad. If you're a dad out there, if anybody's a dad, you definitely will relate to this movie.
And it's not saying I won't see it. It's just saying that it's very low on my priority. I don't have a whole lot of disposable time, and I'd rather not waste it on a movie.
I'm not saying that you got. And it's not a slight at you, Cozy. I'm trying to hype it up for animated. I'm trying to get him, get his boys go watch that flick, and then he will be 100% satisfied.
Also, I think the kickback because of they're a Hispanic family. I think that's ridiculous. The story should be. It's a good story regardless of race. It's because it is, like you said, it's a family movie, so
woke.
It really shouldn't matter what race they are.
It's not woke.
It's woke. It's woke. Okay.
No, it's
They're
not.
Hispanic,
Don't do
it's
that.
woke.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, it's not. It's not. It's far from it. That's what makes it special. It is organic. The all of their it's just crazy how good they work together on screen. It's insane. Look at George Lopez, man. he knocked it out of the park, man. He definitely sold his character, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. I actually really enjoy George Lopez and all of his stuff.
So, speaking of movies, PK, you did post something about Gears of War, and you posted that somebody would like to see that happen, Zack Snyder particularly. And you know what? Cliffy B did say that he would like to see a Gears of War movie only if Dave Bautista plays Marcus. Animated? Any
I think
thoughts
he's a
on
little
that?
bit too past his prime on that one.
Yeah.
Well, he has expressed his interest to play, hasn't he, as Batista?
Yes.
Yeah. 10 years ago. Yeah.
Well, I do think he'd make. I think he'd make a good character. Yeah, I'm not sure. Marcus, maybe Dom.
Maybe
I don't know.
Dom.
I thought Dom. To be fair, just how Dom's character is in the games, I think it'd suit him better with his acting style. But then who would you put as Marcus? Because you would need someone equally as big. Because he's an absolute.
It depends on
monster,
the age, right?
Yeah.
The guy that plays Thanos would be a great Marcus if he was younger, right? So.
What?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. What's his name?
Don't know.
What
his name is.
The guy that played Thanos. What's his name?
I'm trying to think of his name. He's been around for a long.
He was in the Deadpool movie too. He was playing.
Josh Brolin. Is that who that was? No.
Josh Brolin. Yeah.
Okay.
Brolin,
yeah. I mean, is there much difference between him and age and?
Josh Brolin's been around a long time.
No, he's been around a long time because he's a young actor. He was a young actor. But
what I'm saying
is there that much of an age difference between him and Batista?
Do you really want one movie or three?
Right. And that's what they look at when they're doing some of this stuff. They're looking at how many movies can this guy do before he ages out. That's why we're getting a younger
if you want a
reset
trilogy,
on the DCU.
You probably want a younger person.
Oh no,
it might take
the same
you probably take 10 years to make 3 movies, right? So
yeah,
maybe longer these days.
Sometimes, yeah.
See, right now Josh Brolin is 55. So
that's what saying Batista is like 54.
You be at the last movie
They're
right
both
now.
Old.
They both be at the last movie right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, Zack Snyder's style of making movies, the way he does action is impactful and crazy. Like his fighting scenes are crazy. That would be crazy good because he does really well with action scenes. That's for sure. I wouldn't want him to tell the story though. I would probably want someone who's close to Gears to, tell the story.
Jerk.
And everybody watching right now,
just telling you she missed.
If you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Follow everybody on this panel as well. Links should be in the description. But please, if you're on Rumble and you're liking this, you're liking the content, subscribe there, like it there. Same for YouTube, man. We appreciate it. I want to go into something. I want to know what Animated thinks about this. Let's ask Animated first. You ready, Animated?
I'm all ears.
Okay. It's me, Mario. He's retiring.
No.
Charles Martinet. He's retiring, and he's going to become the Mario ambassador. So, how do you feel about this, Animated? Did you grow up playing Super Mario?
No, I was one of these people that missed Nintendo altogether. The only Nintendo I had was probably the Game Boy, and then I ended up with because I was a Sega guy growing up, so it was one or the other on the playground when I was a kid. And yeah, I missed out on Nintendo. So I've played Mario games. He's a very iconic character, right? Loved what Mario I did play, but again, it doesn't really affect me as such. It's people.
Boy, aren't you glad you went to him first? You really should poll us before we start these things.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I've not really got many thoughts in it, but let's be honest. You get to a certain age, you retire, and they don't retire game characters as such. I'm sure they'll find a good replacement that'll suit the voice, and yeah. I've not really got that big of a take on it, if in fairness, because I wasn't a Nintendo guy.
He's retiring. The guy who voiced the guy who voiced Optimus Prime is retiring from doing the voice.
Actually, Paul, he said he's not. He said he's got more in him.
He's got more in him again? So he backed off on that. And the nice thing is because they can do studios at home, they can do it longer than they used to be able to. Because he can just sit there and, do it at his leisure, basically. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, at some point they have to choose to retire. I mean, like everybody else, So personally, I don't have a problem with it. Like I said, somebody will
retire.
Somebody will do the voice, and you're gonna have the detractors going, it doesn't sound right. You know what? But they're gonna make it their own, probably. They need to do that if they're gonna keep moving forward with the character, and the games and stuff. And being Nintendo, they will, because that's what they do. That's so it's part of as you get older, like me, I'm getting older, and you realize that all these people that were part of your childhood, they're passing away, they're aging out, it's like, oh my God, he passed. Oh, and then you look at it and you go, oh, he was 90. Okay.
That is true. Like, I'm like, oh, it's such a tragedy. And I mean,
one thing because we see them in movies and on TV shows that were recorded 30, 40, 50 years ago, it's hard to picture them as older people, and then they pass away or something happens and you look at their age and, they're 97 or they're 80 and you're like, oh crap. Okay.
Samuel L. Jackson will be around forever. Don't go.
Yes. That's like a joke from
said somewhere. Yeah, he's going to start
real quick.
Retiring.
A joke from Larry the Cable Guy. He went in because his grandmother at 97 passed away, and the guy goes, "Well, what'd she die from?" And she looked him straight in the eye, and said, "Well, she was doing some flips on her motorcycle." And she goes, "She was 97." At some point, it's just going to happen. So it is, and it's sad. And I think we're more aware of it as we get older. Even now, some of the people that are passing away are like a year or two younger, or a year or two older than me. It kind of freaks me out. It really does. Holy crap, they were 56 too? Oh man. So yeah. In other words, I'm starting to feel my mortality, as it were. At some point you stop thinking you're going to live forever.
But then there's no more taxes.
That's true. Just a death part. Yeah, just a death.
Every cloud, right? Every cloud.
Yeah.
Wow, Spooky. That's a pretty long time if you think about it that way.
Yeah.
That's a really long time. See, it doesn't feel that long, right? But when you put it in numbers like that with the year,
yeah.
Wow, that's it. Man. That's crazy.
Well, remember when Betty White passed away a couple of years ago, she was older than sliced bread, literally. So,
yeah.
I mean,
she was ancient.
Yeah. She was about to have her 99th or 100th year birthday right before she passed away. Yeah.
Wow.
My grandmother's still alive. She will be 100 years old in
What?
February.
Your grandmother's young.
No, she'll be 100 in February.
I mean, relatively speaking, you have a very young grandmother.
Yeah. My father will be 80 in April. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy, Paul. I never thought about that. Spooky says a century. Let's go. Yeah, I can't blame him. All right, I gotta find a topic here that Animated may want to talk about.
Engaging.
Yes. All right,
Not being boring, Animated.
Oh no,
I can't help these questions.
UK CMA stuff. There you go. That's
come on.
No, he's tired of that.
Animated, you need to talk to these people. You need to talk to these people.
I will
Animated.
slowly sink under my desk if you start chatting that.
All right, so Animated, is there any topics that you're thinking about? Anything that you want to bring up? Anything that's recent?
Not off the top of my head, no, I wasn't prepared for the question. I'm going to be honest. I suppose we could ask. We could go in to see what we did. We all watch Gamescom, what we thought of it, that kind of thing.
Okay,
I did watch it.
Let's go. All right, sounds good.
Anyone? Right. Okay. So,
what?
obviously I watched Paul and Carlo stream it. My initial thoughts of Gamescom, I suppose, was that it wasn't anything magical. Nothing stood out really, but it wasn't a bad show either. I think I said the same thing to you, Dinner Not Clowns. That I have seen it twice, but still nothing really stands out. There's a couple of good games. I was quite impressed with what Call of Duty is going with. The fact that the campaign has changed and your perks can carry over into your campaign.
Yeah, I was very happy to hear that. I was extremely happy to hear that.
You can play it stealthily or you can go guns blazing, and that seems a nice, solid turn for the Call of Duty franchise, especially the single player. It might be the one that brings me back to it because I kind of fell out of love with the franchise a few Call of Duties ago. I don't really like the multiplayer, but what I saw of the campaign, what they showed, that sort of deep dive thing, looked good enough. It looked very pretty. It looked very, not so much realistic, but it was very, very nice looking. The only problem is they started it again on a dark ship on a dark stormy night, the same as the last bloody Call of Duty, when there's a dark ship and a dark night and a storm. And although this one was in the prison, what did we all think of Call of Duty for a start?
I actually, like I said, it's gonna. I haven't actually purchased a Call of Duty in a while. I've received them other ways, but not through my own pocketbook, because ever since one of the early ones back, 10, 15 years ago, when I bought it and took me 5.5 hours through the campaign, and I was like, I spent $60 for 5.5. No, so I kind of, because you know me, I'm not a big multiplayer person. I only play with friends that I trust aren't gonna like, make me feel like crap by the end of the time. But I'm looking forward to what I saw. I like the fact that the perks will carry over. I'm hoping the campaign is a little longer. I prefer about a 15 to 20 hour campaign for single player modes. But yeah, I will. I don't know that I'll pick it up at launch because we got so much going on, but I will definitely be picking it up at some point. So,
anyone else?
PK, any thoughts on Gamescom?
I seen some things, but I can't remember. I had to come back. I can't remember. There was a lot of stuff I seen today.
Okay. So, the other one as well that stood out a smidgen, that we've all been looking forward to this one, which was name Black Myth Wukong.
Oh yes,
I thought that looked very good because we've not seen that for quite a while. I mean, we saw that a year and a half ago, 2 years, something like that, and it was still very early in development then, but it looked like it's coming on very nicely.
Yeah.
So that's one of them. I can't think of any more right off the top of my head at the moment, but Age of Empire 4 is on Xbox. Good news, right?
Yep.
Although it's taken some sort of. I was on Twitter, I believe, and certain people are calling out, say, "Oh, it's a 2-year-old game," but it wasn't the fact that it's a new game; it's the fact that it's actually released on console.
On console,
it's quite big, I think, because they're very difficult to port to console with what games they are. As long as the UI is good, and we should be all right to control it with a controller.
Yep, they used Age of Empires 2 kind of as their testing ground, and that worked out well. So now we're going to probably see the other ones make it as well. So I'm okay with that.
And I think there was one more that I can remember off the top of my head, and that's how Assassin's Creed Mirage looks.
Yeah, that was really
back to basics, which I prefer. I'm not a fan of the new big three. I mean, the games themselves are good. I have played all three, not finished all three. They just took the good as games. I just didn't feel that they were Assassin's Creed games. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I was a massive fan of the Ezio games, and he was probably my favorite.
Well, that's what I've always said, and I think I've said it on stream with you, is Assassin's Creed stopped being about being an assassin. It's not like you were just kind of running into large crowds and slaughtering things, and that's not what Assassin's Creed's supposed to be about. Yeah. So, yeah, I hope it goes back to the original too. So,
So I want to throw some sense in there as well. And
wait, before you start, let me say, me and Carlo watched it together, and it was all I could do to keep Carlo awake when the opening started with the guy playing piano, the Starfield music. Okay. Man. Dear Jeff Keighley, stop opening shows with slow, drawn-out musical things because that doesn't hype the crowd. It puts them to sleep.
Or just stop doing it, period.
Or just stop doing it, period. You know, I don't know why you feel the need to do that, but especially for opening a show that doesn't, you want energy. You don't have energy. You had people snoring in the audience.
We definitely don't want nobody who don't play video games and just blowing controllers to open any kind of game show.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, come on. There's nothing we could do about it because Jeff Keighley is, he's the one guy who put a show together to give developers.
Yes, we can. We could keep on talking about him.
And he's not going to change his mind. He's not going to stop doing what he's doing.
We're not going to change either. We're going to keep the same energy.
Right. I'm always going to call out that crap if you're killing the mood of the party like that quick. You're not doing it right. You haven't learned anything over the last 10 years you've been doing this crap. It's like.
Well, welcome, Spooky, to the call. I do want to say, so with the Gamescom presentation, Games Night, or was it Open Night Live is what they call it. We were official streamers on Rumble for it. And
did we get DCMA'd for it?
No, on YouTube we did when I uploaded it. But it wasn't like a severe thing. It was like you can't monetize. Right. So the music in the beginning, opening with Starfield, put me to sleep. It was a very slow song. And listen, the guy's talented. To play music like that, you're definitely talented. However, I'm a gamer. I like fast, upbeat music, not music that's going to make me want to take a nap in the middle of a video game. So a lot of people already complain about start screens. If that music pops up in a heightened moment in the game, I'm falling asleep. I need a pillow. They should ship the game with a pillow if that's the case.
Did you say Starscream or did you mean Starfield? I'm just, Starscream is something different. Starscream is Megatron's right-hand man. You did not say Starfield. You said
Starscream.
See what happens when you play slow music? It gets in my head. And
I forgot the name. Make you forget the name. Yeah.
No, I said the start screen.
Oh, okay, that's better. That's better. Yeah, there you
go. I was like, where are you getting this from? No, but like people are complaining about the start screen. They should be, more worried about that music. And maybe.
Well, that's probably the music we're gonna hear on the start screen. So there you go.
You know what though? So, yeah. They honestly, and this could be an accessibility thing. This could, but having narcolepsy and hearing music like that. It puts me to sleep. I'm no lie.
No, that had nothing to do with narcolepsy. Trust me, half the audience was falling asleep.
Okay.
And it's just not a way to hype up the audience.
No.
Then Modern Warfare 3. I'm excited for that because that's my favorite Modern Warfare. However, the mission that they showed was a lot of talky talk in the beginning and no action. I almost gave up on it after the first 7 minutes. I was like, oh, man, if this is going to be the whole show, slow music, slow mission starts, I was a little disappointed.
See, and I like that mission start because it showed how the story's going to work. I mean, that's how the game is going to play. That's cool.
No, I'll give you that, Paul. To each his own. I'll give that to you. Yeah. I was excited for that, was it Crimson Desert? Is that the name of the game, Paul? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yep. By Pearl Abyss. That looked really cool. Was it Black Myth Wukong or something?
Wukong, yeah.
Oh, yep. Okay, that looked really neat. I liked the fact that there was a headless person playing some music.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, so there was some pretty cool stuff, and then there's stuff that I don't even remember because it slipped my mind or because it didn't interest me a lot. I saw a lot of games with like Dark Souls like mechanics for bosses, and I was like,
yeah, that kind of stuff kind of turned me off. It's like, okay, I'm probably not going to try that one.
Let's move past this phase, please. Not every game has to have it. I get people like it, and I get that there's a group of dedicated gamers who take pride in that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but it doesn't have to be part of every single game.
Well, it's the same thing happened a couple years ago with Battle Royale. All of a sudden, everything had to have a Battle Royale. Stop it. Make your game your own. Don't make it what you think everybody wants to see, because people will burn out.
Yeah. Exactly. And then there was a game that was in the pre-show that I really liked a lot, and I might be the only one. It's by Tiny Build. They're publishing it. It's called Streets of Rogue 2. It just looked really cool and violent. Like, I was really excited about this. Pixelated violence? Oh, sign me up. Can I go around the street with, like, iron pipes and baseball bats and hit other pixelated characters? Great! I love it! Full of action. The music sounded good. I was happy. But
yep. Oh, speaking of pre-game though, not pre-show, of course the one I saw and I was hyped for, Bulletstorm VR. I love me some
cool.
Bulletstorm.
Bulletstorm is cool.
If you've never played Bulletstorm, and you just check out this game. It's available. It was upgraded for the Xbox Series X. But imagine that in VR, where the whole deal is finding new creative ways to kill people. Okay. Blow stuff up, smash them into walls, and just, it's cool.
That'll be insane in VR, man. That'll be literally insane, I think. Yeah.
So I am looking forward to that.
Spooky, I wanted to ask you, because you wasn't here. How do you feel about the news about Bray Wyatt?
Man, I'm saddened, bro. This, as I mentioned in the chat, I got to meet him 2 years ago. Lovely guy. Absolutely threw himself into his work. I loved, scratching his brain about even going back to his history with his dad. For those that don't know, his dad, Mike Rotunda, played a character named IRS that used to come out with Ted DiBiase. Just a wonderful human being, man. And this week has been two massive hits for the wrestling world, because we had Terry Funk at the start of the week that passed away at age 79 as well. So this is devastating, man. I mean, this is a guy that is still in his 30s, had a lot left in the tank. He was on the verge of coming back. There was rumors that he was supposed to be starting a program with Cody Rhodes, which would come back full circle for those that remember how he debuted in WWE. Cody Rhodes was his mentor on the original inception of NXT. And yeah, that was going to be the starting program, but obviously we're not going to get that. And so, yeah, I'm very saddened by it, man. I think it hits you a lot harder too if you've met them, like, you know what I mean? Because you've obviously had that, communication time with them. And I got a good 10, 15 minutes with the guy. Just, talking wrestling, talking his characters and, his progression as he came through the business. And it's very sad. And he was a dad as well. So shout out and prayers to his family.
Yeah, no, it's a terrible thing anytime somebody passes away, and the fact that he's so young is terrible. And I'm sure that's something that is going to be a topic on this week's Pop-Up Powerbomb podcast.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely going to cover that.
Real quick, while we're talking, Spooky, do you have any thoughts on Gamescom? Anything that Animated said, or me or Paul or PK?
Yeah, I'll just add 2 games. Obviously, you guys covered a lot. I thought it was not too bad. I enjoyed the opening night, and I enjoyed a bit of the what I called of the Future Game Show. But 2 games that stood out for me, apart from a few others, obviously, was Nightingale was one, the PC only game as far as I know at the moment, that's coming out in 2024 February, I think it is. It's set in that Victorian era. It's a Gaslamp fantasy theme, shared world survival crafting game. It actually looks really, really cool. And I loved that you'll be traveling, through portals and different sort of procedurally generated universes. So that sort of caught my eye, because I like that type of stuff. I like that setting. The other game that really caught my eye that's also coming next year, and it looks like it's a combination of an action adventure as well as that story-driven style of what's it called? Was it From Dawn or whatever it was called? But it's by Heavy Rain developer Quantic Dream, and it's called Dustborn. That narrative-driven action-adventure game that's set in an alternate version of America. It's a game described as about hope, love, friendships, robots, the power of words. So you'd be, building relationships with the crew as you travel across the country. That looked really cool and had a, I'd say Borderland-esque graphic style to it. But yeah, I mean, I loved Heavy Rain back in the day. So I know what these guys at Quantic Dream are, known for when it comes to storytelling. And they really kind of hit you in the feels with their storytelling. That certainly did that game. So no, I'm really looking forward to that as well. That sort of wasn't on anybody's bingo card after I talked to a few people. Like, oh, that was something that we didn't see coming. So yeah, those two games, really stood out. But I appreciated seeing a bit more footage of other games as well. Stalker 2 and a few others. But all in all, so far it's been pretty good to see some gameplay.
The Cyberpunk add-on stuff.
Yeah, the only thing with that, I'll just quickly say the only thing with that there's only a little gripe. They made a big deal leading up to it with the Phantom Liberty thing that Idris Elba's character was like going to be a big part of it, and they didn't even have him in that in the gameplay that they showed off. They showed a lot of it, and I love the new area, but yeah, I was kind of waiting for him to come because they made a big deal out of the original story. Keanu Reeves' character was the big, so I would have liked to seen a little bit more of Idris's character just to give you a bit of insight about what his character's about, his background. Is he with you? Is he against you? So, but all in all, no, it was a good show. And I thought it was, again, like I'll have to agree with Jeff, whether you like the man or hate the man, it was disappointing when they started the whole Starfield presentation to see some silly man jump up on stage. But apparently that particular guy is known for it. We talked about it yesterday on the podcast. He'd done it weeks earlier at another, I don't know if it was a sports showcase or a TV showcase or something. And then a year prior or something, he'd interrupted again. And every single time it's been to do with Grand Theft Auto 6. So is a little bit, a little bit disappointing to see from a grown man, interrupting,
See, him and that kid that did it the year previous on the other show. They need to start, like, for the security people, they need to do like they do in some events where they hand out these pictures and say, well, keep a lookout for this guy. Don't let him in. Yeah.
I think with that particular guy, from what Jeff Keighley said, he probably will have his picture up and be banned. Like he said, he won't be bothering anybody at any other future shows. So I'm guessing they're going to crack down on him. I thought the kid last year, don't get me wrong, while interrupting, at least his was a little bit funny because initially he was just like standing amongst the other people, and I'm sitting there going, is he meant to be up there? But I mean, he was
sneaky.
But he was a kid, so you can or teenager, so you kind of expect that.
He's an older teenager though, who was also known for doing that kind of crap.
He's old enough to know better. Stop making excuses.
Now he's going. That Bill Clinton kid's on podcast telling,
he is
talking to women and feminists, and it's crazy stuff that he says. Just crazy stuff.
I figure one of these days somebody's going to try them. They're going to get drop kick off the stage. I mean, it's
no, but I will say the security acted very swiftly with that guy. So, and Jeff, I thought, handled it very professionally.
But they do need to do better because they are asking for an accident. I mean, they're definitely asking for.
They really are.
Yeah,
if somebody wants to hurt you, and they can get up there that quick, I mean, it's over.
He got right in Jeff's bubble, that's for sure. He got very close. So
you would hope that they do metal detectors and they check bags and stuff before people come in, just like they do at conventions, right?
They may or may not. I mean, I've been to conventions where they don't go through the metal detector crap. Yeah, they do look at the bags and stuff.
What convention? Wait, how many conventions make you actually look through stuff?
Big conventions like the Comic Cons and stuff, they go through bags.
Okay. Because most ones I go to, like Dragon Con, they don't check anything.
What? That's a big con. You would expect
they don't check anything.
Really?
Yeah. The Dragon Con, yeah, some of the other big ones I've been to, like ones that have 20 to 50,000 people at least, they don't check most of them.
Dang.
No, if you have a bag or a backpack, they the ones I've been to, the Orlando MegaCon did the same thing. The one in Niagara did the same thing. Please open your bag, show us what's in it. They don't do a hardcore check, but they do a cursory check. Anything that looks suspicious, they please remove that.
Yeah, no. Everyone I've gone to, we get checked. Dreadpool and I, we're always checked.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen Dreadpool in you, so yeah, I would check you too. You're lucky you're lucky you don't get body frisked and strip search.
Check their beards. If they got anything up in the beard.
Listen, going through TSA, it's a whole different story. I get frisked. Last time
they don't they don't have a choice with me. I get the whole body treatment at TSA too.
Last time they're like, "Would you like a private room for us to check you, or you just want to?" I was like, "No, let's just get it over with right here, right now. Let's just draws down. Let's go."
They don't like, because they asked me the same question and they don't like it when my response is, "No, just stick your thumb up my ass right here in front of everybody."
Yeah. Let's go. Let's get this over with, because walking somewhere is going to take longer. No, but Cozy, all the conventions around here, they definitely do full thorough checks.
Yeah, I've been to some that check, but I'm always surprised by some of the bigger ones I go to regularly that just they don't even care.
That's crazy. That is crazy. So, Cozy, anything at Gamescom? Anything you're excited for? Any games that you're ready to just play?
I mean, the only game that I keep saying, the one game that the games that I'm really excited for were games that I've already been excited for. So there's nothing new on that front. There's other games, that I've seen that have been like, oh, I guess that looks great, but it's still just Helldivers 2 and Broken Roads.
Okay. PK, you had a chance to look at some stuff and remember anything that you're interested in?
PK doesn't game. He doesn't play games.
And he just plays Yu-Gi-Oh.
You still with us, PK?
Well, we lost PK somewhere. I don't know where, but we lost him. Gonna have to put one of those.
I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I couldn't find my unmute button.
What?
Anyways, no, I can't remember. I just thinking about Armored Core. Paul promised me, and I never got it.
I got mine. It's installed, ready to go.
I just want to throw orange at somebody. I ain't gonna say no names, but if you can see my elbows, I'm pointing. Elbows.
Wow.
And I want to come over and animate his house because he seems sad, and I want to make sandwiches.
Why do I seem sad? I'm good. I'm really good, honestly. It's been a long day.
You should go watch Blue Beetle and make you feel good.
Wow.
I would, but it's 5 to 1 in the morning. I don't think anything will be open right now, dude.
Well, Animated, one other thing I want to ask you about, talk to you about is, I know I'm going to ignore the CMA part of this, right? Ignore the CMA part because I'm just tired of those words. However, what do you think about Microsoft willing to give Ubisoft the license right for ABK games and future ABK games for the next 15 years?
I don't think it matters because it doesn't mean the games aren't coming to Game Pass. It just means that they're going to be streamed elsewhere as well. That's all it means, in my opinion. I mean, there's been some debate of whether...
Thank you. I've been trying to tell him that for the longest.
There's been some debate saying, that I have to now get Ubisoft. I don't. They're still coming to Game Pass. They're just saying, look, we want more people to play it, so there you go. They can have it as well. So people who already have Ubi Plus It's like PlayStation people, if they've got Ubi Plus or PC players, and they don't want Game Pass, that they play predominantly on Steam or Ubi Plus, they have access to the games that are on Game Pass, especially the streaming ones, right? To me, it doesn't affect me one iota, not one thing whatsoever, because I subscribe to Game Pass. I mean, I was tempted when Ubi was coming to the Xbox platform and stuff to sort of subscribe.
That's another $15.
But then I realized I've actually got every Ubisoft game that I want to play. I own anyway, so I just bought it when it came out. That's a no-brainer. I don't need to pay. But yeah, if anyone tells you that it's a bad thing that more players get to play it, that's bull, man. To me, it's good. If they can get the deal through and I get more games in Game Pass, whether they're streamed elsewhere at the same time or not, good news for me, right? Win-win all the way for Xbox Game Pass.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Because
Absolutely.
because it's not like streaming is their main incentive here.
Nope.
And if they could slow down on the streaming because it costs more money, focus on the content, let Ubisoft take the reins. Not to mention, let them take the responsibility of shifting the risk. That means if they buy another company, you can't bring up cloud gaming anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. They're trying to remove the issue, saying it's 1%. But I don't know. None of my friends, we all play games. None of us stream cloud games anyway. Not.
Well, I do
I've tried
sometimes.
it. I've tried it. It was okay for the most part. But if I'm out and about, I'm doing something other than wanting to sit down and play a game.
I understand that, but some of us just don't want to install games. Like, I don't even need to be out and about to use the cloud.
Right.
I just don't want to install a game.
And just play it. Not to mention when I'm out, I do like playing some games.
In fact, I'm going to do an entire because
Yeah.
there are lots of people that have been talking
But-
about Starfield.
But
and
to
I'm gonna
your
be
point,
streaming it.
it's not a major selling point. It's not like
No.
something that's your core. So if it costs them more money to support that, why not just shift everything to Ubisoft? Let them deal with that noise and be the fodder to get this thing done. And then when they buy Sega, not saying they are, but just making it up. We can't have this same dumb argument, CMA,
Yeah.
about cloud gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a weak argument anyway. In fairness,
Yeah.
When you look at
Most intelligent people think it was a weak argument anyway.
It is though, because it's less than 3% of gaming. It's
Yeah.
less than 3% of gaming, so
that's
it's
what I was
nothing.
going to say. Yeah, when they started talking about percentages, especially in this country as well, the percentage of people that use that is so low that what you're trying to protect that 3%.
Yeah.
It was a bit.
Now that may change in 10 to 15 years, but you cannot regulate now based on what you think might happen then.
Happening,
you know.
yeah, exactly.
But in
'Cause
15
a lot can
years,
change.
right now, Microsoft is investing in AI. All right.
Yeah.
So let's free up some of these Azure data centers for the AI. Let Ubisoft eat the cost for this streaming bullcrap. We'll focus on Game Pass, and then we'll worry about that later on. That's what I think. I think it's a win-win.
Yeah. But that's the only thing that they've sold rights to is just the cloud gaming side of things. It's not going to hurt anything else. It's not going to hurt.
Let me ask you the question: does this mean Ubisoft is going to license back to Microsoft to continue to use their blades and their servers? I mean, if so, it's going to be kind of funny.
Quite possibly.
Yeah,
there was an interesting question that was asked, I think, a day or two ago. Does Xbox buy a small percentage stake? You know how Sony bought a percentage stake in the team behind Elden Ring?
They were already in talks. They were already in talks. Remember in the court case, it came out that they were trying to purchase that garbage company called Ubisoft. I'm sorry, I just said that. I don't know. I don't know. That came out of my mouth. I apologize, people. I have Tourette's or something.
Even if it's just like a 25-30% stake in it or something like that, somewhere around that line, you know. So I think that might happen, and then eventually Ubisoft Plus might even just get integrated into Game Pass at some point, just like EA's model did, you know. So there's that as well.
I just want to throw up every
Yep.
time I look at the price of Ubisoft Plus.
Yeah, for what you get,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous
Yeah.
for such a limited library.
It is just it is yeah. I mean, I guess it doesn't help that I already don't like Ubisoft.
Well, even if you do,
games.
most of us have either own or play most of those titles. Yeah,
Yeah.
or
Yep.
so there's nothing in there for me to go, oh, I gotta have this. Because on the titles
for
they do
$15.
no, because for the titles they do have that I want to play, I probably already own them.
I just want to know what PlayStation guy that complains about Game Pass subscribes to Ubisoft Plus.
Yep. I know this isn't directly related to the subject, but I know to what we're talking about directly. But Microsoft PC Game Pass arrives on NVIDIA GeForce Now service this week.
That is pretty amazing.
So those who have
That's also-
GeForce Now will be able to play PC games from Game Pass. on their
That price
devices.
on GeForce Now also makes me want to throw up for 6
Yeah, that's
hours
why
of
I never
gameplay.
got it.
That's
why.
that's my thing too. Like I think my thing is that's how my thing is like a lot of these
Yeah.
services so Google's was actually decently priced, but
Yeah.
they didn't have enough games under the subscription variety, and I was like, there's no way they're going to support this long term.
Yeah.
So for me it wasn't worth it. PlayStation has the second best, but as far as
Hey.
affordability and variety of streamable games goes.
Hey, listen. I just want to ask a question.
What?
Spooky,
Yo.
could you tell the audience and clowns what is rocking your PC right now?
Oh, what's rocking it? AMD 7950X 3D CPU.
Oh, look at you.
But I mean GPU. What are you rocking on your GPU?
Oh, it was going to be, but my friend had to change the last minute because they didn't have any in stock. It was going to be the XTX, but it's a 4090.
You
Oh.
fail. You fail.
Yeah.
What's the
No, but I
lie?
had to go. No, because he didn't have any XTX in stock, so
Why is that a
yeah,
fail?
I had to go for the 4090.
Yeah. Now, before I get interrupted again, let me just throw out there that my thing on the NVIDIA thing, if it doesn't raise the price of the NVIDIA GeForce Now to add the Game Pass stuff for PC, it makes it a worthwhile investment if you don't already have Game Pass.
Yes.
So for those people, all of a sudden they're going to get a hell of a library.
Yeah, that is a good thing, Paul. I know I'm just trolling, but
Yeah.
Paul is ready to launch. Hey, but listen, all this streaming stuff, Microsoft looks at it like this. One, let them eat this streaming stuff. This stuff costs, right? This came out in the court documents. Two, if Ubisoft owns the license, that means they control who gets what for as Activision Blizzard on streaming deals. That means they don't have to worry about it. They don't have to worry about people bringing that up in arguments, any more purchases going forward. You cannot use that against them, which shields them from any more pretend regulators. We call the what does the CMA stand for? What does they stand? They stand for something.
Is it
Consumer
something?
Consumer something or another. So pretending.
No, Competition and Markets Authority.
Competition. So the competition piece would no longer be in question.
Causing major annoyances.
Because we're gonna send a guy. We know this guy named Animated, and we know a guy. And if we got a problem, we're just gonna send the guy over to talk to them and hold their hand.
What? Hold their hand.
Yes.
PK, I don't know if that in your book, if you think that would work. They would be like, "Oh, you taking us on a lunch date?" And I would be like, "No."
You don't know what happens in UK. You don't know how they feel about that. It's different over there, man.
Animated's like, "What? What are you talking about, PK? What are you throwing me in?"
I got you, man. I got your back, man. Don't worry.
Hold hands and skip down to Abbey Road.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
you gonna start singing Penny Lane? Penny Lane.
Well,
Oh yeah.
communists
wait.
making assumptions. That's what Dreadpool says.
Wait. Hey, listen.
Wow. Ooh.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna say one. I want. How much time we got? We about to kill animated. Let's do one more. I want to talk about one more. Then we get out here.
I'm good, brother. I'm working.
Hey,
late this
listen.
week, so I'm
Anybody
good.
seen this PlayStation portable thing that they put out?
Oh, God.
So
Dear God.
it looked cool. Hear me out. Until I found out you couldn't use it for PS
Anything.
Plus cloud
Any-
gaming.
anything.
I was like, what? You can't use it for, because that to me would have been cool. Like, I probably would have been like, oh, you could use it for, like, you know, I mean, it'd be cool if it was like a anything streaming device, just an alternative for streaming, but not just not cloud streaming, just like even to stream from your like computer or whatever. But it not being that is like, ew.
It's priced at $199. It's got a couple controller things stuck to it. It's a panel. It's about as big as a phone, or a little bit bigger than some people's. Has no Bluetooth. It has no connectivity. Does not stream. You can't install nothing. Has no. It's just It's just a screen. Animator, are you excited to play PlayStation? You got to turn on your PS5, have it on, and you can't use a headset. Well, I guess you could use a 3mm, but you can't use Bluetooth. You got to use their $200 earbuds. Are you excited?
In my honest opinion, I think it's a completely waste of time.
Why?
All
All the PlayStation dudes are excited.
No,
and
they're
I'm
not.
sure, I'm sure they're gonna love it. If someone's excited for it, good luck to them. But for me,
He said, "Good luck."
no. Well, yeah, good luck to you. You know, if it's something you enjoy, you enjoy. But you asked what I thought, and I do think it's a piece of crap.
You might as well just get those little controller things and attach it to your phone.
Yeah. You know,
I don't
it's
think you can.
it's gonna go the way of the PlayStation Vita faster than the PlayStation Vita went to the way.
Hey.
You might as well get the Razer Kishi, whatever it is, and the backbone for your phone, like Spooky said, and play like that.
Spooky.
Yeah.
I
You're
know
exactly
you're
the
not
same
taking
thing.
this shenanigans. You are definitely excited to play your PlayStation turned on this new thing.
Well, isn't it that you can't really? It's not really any use to you when once you leave the house. I was like, so it's
No.
not even like
Well,
the Switch
it's no
is.
use to you when
Some debate.
when your
Yeah.
PlayStation is not
even
turned
if you're in
on.
the house, even if you're in the
You have to have
Okay.
your. You can do it while you're outside as long as you have a stable Wi-Fi connection, but your PlayStation has to be on.
Okay, so it's not like the Switch or like Steam Deck and that
No.
where you could be.
It's a
on
device
train.
totally just
Yeah.
meant to stream
yeah,
from your PlayStation.
It's
Oh
like
my
what
God.
I do. It's like what I do because the PlayStation here is in the other room, but I do the PS remote thing onto my PC so
Oh,
I can
yeah,
play it
yeah,
in here.
yeah.
It's the same thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
outside of the house or outside of the range of your Wi-Fi, it's absolutely useless.
Yeah, so against the other portable gaming devices, it's
That's not a portable gaming device though. That's just a screen.
Yeah,
That's got
it's
controller
yeah.
attached to it.
I know. I was seeing. That's why I thought they were using a phone and they've just attached, like Switch style, like little control side pieces to it.
So
Yeah.
I think its saving grace would have been if you could stream your PS Plus titles to it. Without
Yes!
without having to
Yeah,
have it downloaded on your
Yes.
PlayStation.
Yeah, that's
Hey.
what I was saying.
If it had that feature,
I think
would
you
have been-
guys are
probably would have
offending
been worth it.
clowns because he definitely wanted that thing, and
No.
you guys are making him feel some type of way.
I think
I
Clowns
don't
has it on
need it.
pre-order. Clowns has it on
No.
pre-order.
Listen,
I'm pretty sure.
I have me and Dreadpool both got a Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, right? I can use not the official PS app, but there's an unofficial PS app called PS Remote that I could put on my phone that's made by a third-party developer. You pay $5 for it, and it can stream in better quality than the actual PlayStation app. Not only that, but it works over 5G.
Didn't they used to have
Let's
Well,
see.
like you used to be able to stream from a phone. I think they've only been their phone, but the Sony phone. But
It's just the same thing. It's the same thing we're talking about. So, let me just say this. Let me throw this out here because I want to know. Because Paul talked about streaming from his PlayStation, so he must be excited to take this
No.
and put it in.
Mm-mm.
Paul,
Nope.
don't do that. I'm not going to embarrass you, man. I know you love your PlayStation,
Uh-huh.
but I was chuckling and confused why some of these dudes out here actually thought that Sony created a new Wi-Fi standard.
Oh, that wow. I did not know that. That's a stretch. Yeah.
A
Wait,
new
what?
because of how the video they thought, these are non-technical guys, thought that Sony created a new Wi-Fi standard that's faster than Wi-Fi. That's why you got to use their technology called sync.
no,
Not understanding
Ah,
that it's just
Oh,
a
no.
fancy word of saying we're not going to support any Bluetooth or any kind of connections unless it supports our API/drivers. Kind of like how they did Vita, where you couldn't even play a game unless you bought their memory cards, even though it's nothing
Yep.
but a regular SSD, just shaped funny.
You know what's really funny though? It's like they should have. I don't know.
Well, let's
Those-
do it.
I was going to say those.
Go ahead, Spooky. Go
I was
ahead.
just going to say they should read the text in black and white about it instead of jumping to because like PlayStation Link, which is Sony's new connectivity standard for PlayStation devices, let you use devices like the newly announced Pulse Elite headset, Pulse Explore wireless earbud. So
It's just
nothing to do.
it's their version of some sort of
with-
Bluetooth-ish
yeah.
connection. So I just want to do a comparison. All right. Anybody in here, you can raise your hands even if you don't see them. Who knows that you can stream your Xbox from any device, even if you're not at home, using the Xbox device? Okay. I don't see Paul's hand. I don't see Cozy hands.
I do, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
use it.
I didn't ask if you use that. I just want to know who knew.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
And this device is $200. The app, the Xbox app that you can install on your PC/mobile device, any mobile device, I might add.
It's free.
How much it costs?
Free.
How much it costs over there in your country there, Anime?
Yeah, it's completely free.
Oh, okay. So I'm just doing a comparison. Now, with that being said, does your Xbox need to be powered on for this to work? Anybody
No.
know?
Nope.
No.
It does not need to be powered on.
Interesting. Do you need a Wi-Fi connection to do any of this, or can you play on any internet connection?
Any
internet
connection.
Well, strictly if you're talking about streaming your Xbox,
From
that
your
requires your Xbox has to be on to stream from it.
No, it only needs to be in remote play mode, and it's
Right.
a low powered state. It does not need to be turned on.
Yep.
You
It can be powered down in low power mode. Then
But no, but it can't be off. That's what I'm saying. It can't be
Well,
off.
that is off. It is
Standby
off.
is off. Standby
Yeah,
is
standby-
off.
Standby's not off.
Standby
Yes, it is.
is off.
No, it isn't. It would
Yeah.
be. No, off
From
is
a
different
from a
standby.
technical standpoint, standby is off.
Standby is not off. Standby is not off.
You're telling both PK and I who do
I
this
don't
for a
care.
living.
Standby is not off,
Okay,
so they wouldn't
okay,
have an option
Cozy.
to turn it off and
Okay.
actually have it off.
Well, you can't-
Standby
you can't
is
turn it off.
standby.
You can't turn it off. It won't have no power. It would not be on, and nothing
But
will
that's
happen.
not off because I know this because I keep my Xbox off. in
I
off mode,
understand.
and it won't do that.
And you can have it,
Okay.
Cozy. I'm not going to go back and forth, but no, you don't have to have it on. So at the end of the day, you don't have to power the mug up all the way to play your games. Now, the other question: what kind of controllers is required to play said games on any of these mobile platforms that you have?
Any Bluetooth controller whatsoever.
Oh, not even. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be Xbox controller. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
I actually
Nope.
had a discussion
Hello, my
like this with
friends.
somebody.
I have returned.
Wow.
Wow.
I actually had a
Yeah.
discussion with someone from work who is a PlayStation guy. Okay, because he did have an Xbox, got rid. He's now got the PS5, and he was complaining that he couldn't play Starfield. And I told him, if you've got a laptop or a new Samsung TV, possibly, you
Or a
don't need the
refrigerator.
Xbox.
A refrigerator with a screen.
Just get yourself Game Pass, and you can just use it. I said you don't even have to get a controller. You could use your PlayStation controller to play Starfield and stream it. He's like, really? Yes. So he's looking into it. So yeah, win-win, win-win for the Xbox
So,
guy.
clowns, we're doing a comparison here. We're trying to break down the cost because it seems like you have to pay $200 for a screen when most of us already have a phone or laptops or tablets or whatever, and we're trying to see the cost and what is the value here. So, animated, since you broke that down, and it doesn't require an Xbox controller. Let me ask another question. What kind of wireless headsets can you use?
I'm assuming anything that will connect to your device via Bluetooth. I'm assuming,
Paul?
or even a
Even
USB-C
cozy.
if you needed to.
What?
Spooky. What kind of wireless headset will work while you are playing streaming from your Xbox?
Pretty much anything. Like any Bluetooth.
No name
headset.
brand,
Nope.
no cozy
No.
brand, no.
Yeah, you can get a cozy brand, no. But no,
Paul?
like anything. It doesn't have to be a Xbox brand or Microsoft brand. You know,
So you don't have to pay $200 for earbuds. What you saying?
that's correct.
Correct.
What's wrong with this picture? Somebody help me.
Sony has a thing about ears. Maybe I don't know.
As long as we're not blowing on things.
Yeah, we're hearing things this time around.
So what I was pointing out is, even Marcus Brownie went on to say this is the most anti-consumer thing he's ever seen somebody put out. And I love how nobody from the PlayStation community tried to come for him. I love it. But what I'm saying is, not only is that the most perturbed thing, you know how when what's that one that's just a streaming device? You don't install games, you just install apps to stream. It's a LG, or not LG, what the heck was that? It was $300. It's a handheld that just does streaming. The difference between that and what Sony's proposing is at least you can install something and stream from it. You can't install nothing on this thing because it's just a screen. You can't play your PS Plus games. You can't do none of this stuff.
Yep, it's basically a terminal, a dumb terminal.
So $200 for nothing? Help me.
Might as well
Somebody
just go
make-
get the Logitech G Cloud.
I can't.
That's what I was talking about, clowns.
I
Why you say
mean,
that?
The thing is, but it's not the Logitech. What you call it? Isn't Sony branded? Duh.
Oh, that's what I'm missing. It needs to have the Sony branded.
Yeah.
Remember
That makes it better.
when? Remember that when that phone handheld thing came out that had the Sony branded controller thing, and they were praising that as $100? Do you guys remember what that is?
Are you talking about their phone, their specific phone?
No, it wasn't their phone.
The
It was
backbone.
the backbone. It had the PlayStation branded control scheme, and it's $100. And they praised that to Wazoo, and none of them bought it. They just wanted to praise it because it's
So, yeah,
PlayStation branded.
Those are online nuts, and you know those online nuts are a very vocal minority, or that the backbone would have sold, or the Vita would have sold, or whatever else trash they're trying to peddle would have sold. We already know that.
That's my thing. So, anybody in the chat and anybody on this panel who's buying this thing? Go ahead, raise your
Hell
hand.
no. Hell no.
Nope. It's not my fault.
No. As soon
I
as I
doubt
saw
any of
that,
us are.
as soon as I saw that it didn't support cloud gaming, I was like, no. Yeah, that's all it would have done, and I would have been like,
Yeah.
I'll try this. But no cloud gaming? I'm like, no cloud gaming, no buy.
Not even with the PlayStation branded
No.
stuff.
I think I don't know. I feel like
She feels some type of way. You need to make sure.
I mean, I don't know. It's just like I think just going for remote play and no cloud gaming is stupid.
For $200. Actually, $400 because you gotta buy the earbuds too.
It could have just been a PlayStation branded cloud/remote playing device that worked with anything, but no.
We already got those. That's what we got our phones
Yeah, but it could have still been a nice alternative for people who don't want to use their phones.
You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
And
Anime,
now-
is that what you're looking for?
It's not any of those things. It's a disappointment.
It's a disappointment.
Yeah.
I approve this message. That's all I want to go off with, Clowns. I'm sorry. I know Clowns is probably over there feeding his face something, trying to be sneaky.
Whoa, whoa. All this PlayStation talk made me hungry.
Yo,
Hungry
I
for
just
power.
thought that when they showed that, it's oddly, I feel like they just disrespected the audience here.
Yeah. Yep. Indeed.
It'll get like 1,000 sales.
Well, where's the same people who be playing VR? Where they at? Who paid $500 for this VR too?
They'll buy it, probably. Some of them, not all of them, because some VR players are probably going to be like, but why?
People have
A lot of VR players are like, VR, I get. VR makes sense, even though I'm like, I don't think it's there. I get VR. Even as like something that I don't think is there, I get the appeal. I get what they're trying to do. This, yeah, nah. Pass, hard, easy pass, or is it a hard pass? It's an
Hard
easy. Is an easy pass? But isn't easy pass a hard pass? Are they like the same thing?
Pretty much the same thing, yeah. Yep.
It's a
It's a
pass.
hard pass. It's a pass.
All right. Well, I guess this is what's the pass or what was the thing where you say is you gonna pass or you gonna do, what is it? You don't remember?
Pass or
Okay.
smash? No.
Yeah, pass or smash. There you go.
It's a pass. It's a pass.
Is it a pass or smash, Paul?
Can I smash it with like a tractor?
Smash pass
no.
it.
It's up to you, Paul. I just asked which one.
No, I am not getting anywhere near. It's not worth it. It's not even worth it. Not even at $200. It's
Spooky.
Yeah, absolutely. Pass. It's not worth it.
Animated.
bag of crap, like I said. Pass, please.
well, and let me just draw real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, if the thing is that even if you use it at home, it's going to tie up your PlayStation anyway. So it's not like you can hand it to the kids and go play this in the other room because it's still going to tie up your console.
It's for when someone's watching the TV.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think a lot of times, I don't know, at least either, I don't know, I think it's, I mean, someone's watching TV and you're just like, oh, I want to hang out, but I'd rather be playing the PlayStation. Then you just whip out this bad boy.
I just whip out my laptop and stream from my Xbox.
I feel like in the shower.
That's my
You're
manga
joking.
reading time, sir. I don't know what you're talking about.
You keep them on the back of the toilet.
Yes, right. That's what my comics and my manga. That's time I get my reading.
Wait a
on.
minute. That's how you ruin your comics,
Yo,
dude. Don't treat your
Carlo
comics like toilet
has
paper.
not made a statement. I think we offended him because he feels like
Aw.
we're against him.
I
He's
was
the only one
talking
that
on
wants
mute
this
again.
thing.
I was saying, don't treat your comic books like that. That's treating them like toilet paper. You gotta treat them with respect. Put them in plastic.
Hey, hey, don't be judging me, okay? They my comic books, and if they feel like they want to be in there with me, that's what it's gonna be.
Oh man.
See, that
Oh,
explains why
man.
he's in there for an hour.
Oh man, it's a shame.
Brella, you didn't say if you're gonna smash or pass.
It's definitely a pass on that device because they're just trying hard using the PlayStation logo. Hey, this is a Sony device. It's official. Blah yada yada. I can use my phone and play when I'm out driving, or not when I'm driving, but when I'm a passenger with my PS Remote third-party developer app, and I can play over 5G and it's fine. So they can take that thing and just pile it in the ET garbage dump.
Whoa, clowns! Don't be swearing so much while we online, man. I don't know why you start talking dirty, man. That's a lot of
Now,
swear words.
listen, I would, you know what? The only way I would ever consider buying one of those devices is if there is a mod scene that grows very strong with that device and they're able to overclock and run some great Android on that or Linux.
You can't install nothing, clowns. There's nothing there.
It has to have something.
It
Yeah,
doesn't have nothing.
So
It's literally a monitor.
It just turns out and says, "Hey, I'm a tablet. Connect me
Basically,
remotely." No, it's
no
got an
way to-
underlying OS. You know that, PK.
It does not. It doesn't even have a CPU. It has nothing to run it. It's nothing there.
All right, I
It's
gotta
literally
look this
just
up.
a monitor.
Hold on. What is it called?
ahead.
PlayStation Portable
All right, while you doing that,
OS.
Yo, can we wrap up? Because you was on mute for 50 years, so
Oh, PK and Paul, just into on Bray Wyatt. Sean Ross Sapp has just revealed that earlier this year Bray got COVID, which exacerbated his heart.
oh
and
my lord,
he suffered a heart attack.
that's
Oh.
terrible.
Yeah. So the
God.
reasons come out. I'm glad that he reported on it because there was too many people going, oh, did he do the unthinkable? And I was like, no, he had a wife and kid. He was happy, and that it was. I knew he was sick too.
Yeah,
I knew
he was real
sick. That was
happy
why
with
he was out.
JoJo.
Yeah. So I had a feeling it had something to do with effects of having COVID, and obviously that's been the case. Yeah. So
All right,
it
PK.
sucks. He never recouped.
It does.
Take us out of here, PK, while I'm looking up the specs.
All right, cool. We're gonna start from the bottom and go to the top. We're gonna go from the bottom. Now we here, right? Cozy
Yes.
and friends.
Yes.
When can they fire you? When they gonna see you again and hear from you again?
Oh, so you can find me here on Thursday nights.
I love that. Go ahead.
You can find me on Friday nights.
I like that too.
On TSWS
Yep.
with Hamathy Solo and Loke. And
Nope.
you can find me now.
Oh, say it louder.
Now on Saturday nights thus far with Majestic Mayhem.
That's right. You gotta promote that. That's the
9
big deal.
p.m. You ready for the fun times?
That's right.
I'm
I'm
a
with it.
100% sillier if that's possible. Mostly because I'm slap happy. But yeah. And then you can find me wherever else you find a cozy beluga.
I still haven't found one in Pokemon yet. So
That's because I hunted all the others to extinction.
that's terrible. She's a rare Pokemon now.
And a shiny.
Spooky. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming through, man. You know you're
Oh, I
always welcome.
appreciate
You
that.
always at home with us, and you come through. And it just so happened we had some sad news to talk about. I know you're probably gonna expand on it on Monday, but yo, man, appreciate you coming through. And yo, tell them the two shows that they can come by and hang out and have fun with you.
Yeah, bro. Again, appreciate the invite as always. Love talking it up with you lot here. And you can find me here on the 4GQ TV channel every Monday evening with the pop-up power bomb. Me, Paul, and Josh. And of course, every Wednesday with the Backlog Bastards. So check us out when you can.
The backlog is large. That's all I can say. There's a lot of
Oh man, yeah. Put it this way: by year's end, it's going to be like skyscraper tall.
yo,
Unbelievable.
you guys should just pull out a couple of games in your backlog and just show off how far back that is. Like, just put it on a video or something. Like, that'd be dope. Animated, you my guy over there, man. You know I mess with you. I love you, man. You know, I'm not jealous of your accent. I'm gonna say that. I'm saying that I'm not. But anyways, everybody loves to hear you talk. So tell them what's up.
Yeah, so you can find me here on Thursdays on the 4GQ TV channel on this show. No other podcasty things at the moment. I've got a very, very busy schedule. Still kicking it on what was formerly known as Twitter, animated_evil. And if you want to find me on Xbox, animated evil 857. So that's pretty much all the places you can find me at the moment.
Hey, just so you know that everybody
I'm a busy
does
boy.
love this guy. This guy is definitely loved by everybody.
He kicks puppies.
And they still love him. And he still love him. They act like he ain't did nothing. He can't do no wrong. So I'm gonna skip over Carlo because I know he's probably still eating.
No, I'm right here. I'm on camera. I know, but go ahead.
No, you're not. But hey, Paul.
Yo.
So we're not gonna fight because you have armor core and I don't. But just so you know, I do feel some type of way towards you because you have armor core and I don't. But with that being said, I still respect you because you're my elder. So you go ahead and tell them where they can find you.
Okay, real quick. Speaking of Armored Core, if you would like a chance to win one of 4 custom controllers for Armored Core from the Xbox Ambassador program, either if you're not already an Xbox Ambassador, you can become one. Starting tomorrow, I will be streaming at 10 a.m. Pacific on the Xbox Ambassador channel. The sweepstakes will open on the site. We will have all the information for how you can enter that sweepstakes and win one of 4 controllers. That sweepstakes will be going for the next 6 days, I believe.
What's 10 a.m. Eastern? I mean, what's
10 a.m. Pacific is 1 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. You should have said that, Paul. You got me.
Well,
all
I mean,
confused.
what you can't? You don't know how to do math. You can do math in your head. What?
Maybe it's late and I can't do math. Don't judge me
He
for
can't
that.
math. Why are you?
See,
just in case
now you
animated
got
needs
her
to know.
started.
Animated,
Now you got her
that
started.
is 5
see-
p.m.
It's not his fault. He
That is
can't
5
count.
p.m. in the UK animated. Just
It's
so
not
you
his
know.
fault. He failed at Sesame Street.
Exactly.
1, 2.
Count Von Count at his finest. Yes.
Yeah.
See,
Hey, and so
everyone
you can-
listening, you see how they love me, right? Go ahead.
And you can find me here a lot of nights of the week. You can find with Mondays and some Wednesdays and Thursdays here on 4GQ TV for the pop-up Powerbomb podcast for the Backlog Bastards. When I'm not on it, it's the Backdoor Bastards. And 4GQ TV on Tuesdays. You can find me on my normal show on the Xbox Ambassador channel, 12:30 p.m. Pacific. Excuse me, is it 12:30? Yeah, 12:30, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. There, you happy? I gave both that time, PK.
Hey,
and then later that night, you can find me with the Retro Renegades. And on Fridays, you can find me on Wasted with Wise on the Doomsayers Network.
Hey, you know what? You should get Wise to come over to the backlog show, bro. I know he's got a backlog. You definitely gotta get him on there. That'd be funny.
We have to keep him under control. Yeah,
We'll get him a few tequila shots into him first.
Yeah.
Oh God.
There you go.
They get the whole channel demonetized in one night. Yeah.
Hey, it'll be all right because Wise know how to conduct himself and hold his alcohol. Come on now.
Yeah,
Go
we
ahead,
should have
though.
him on one night, and I
Yeah.
think that's it. And like I said, just
One night and that's
so-
it.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said that. I would definitely have Wise come through, man.
Yeah.
He's a good dude, man.
Yep,
I
he
like
is. He's a lot of fun. Hey,
I like him.
anyway, so yeah, so that like I said, starting tomorrow, special streams for the controllers and for basically cracking open
I'm gonna try to win
Armored
me a
Core.
controller since I
and
can't have a
and of
game.
course the following week I will be doing the same thing next Friday with Starfield, which actually goes live next Thursday at 8 p.m. for me,
Yes,
my
sir.
time. So
Thanks.
there you go.
Space man.
And I will say this right now, and these guys don't even know this. Next Thursday on this show, I will give away a month of Xbox Game Pass.
Look what I got
Nice.
for Starfield. I still have to make the outfit.
Are you gonna cosplay?
No, I'm just making a little outfit with this fabric that has glowy spaceman on it.
Okay.
So
All
yeah,
right.
so next Thursday's episode of this show for GQ TV, I will give away a month of Game Pass. So if you don't have it, you can get it and you can enjoy Starfield for a month and decide you got to have it for more. So there you go.
When you stream Starfield, Paul, you got to dress up as the MTV Moon Man.
You gonna buy me that
Oh.
stuff?
Yo, that is a good idea.
That's, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, if I would have known that like months ago, because making that suit would not be easy.
It wouldn't know.
Aren't you an Xbox ambassador? Just tell somebody to hand you one. You got like friends that was around when MTV was a
That's
thing.
true.
Invented.
Yeah.
Also, I used to have a little plushie for the I think it was who was it? Intel had their little Moon Man person.
Oh,
Their
yeah, they
little
did
space.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Paul, and I appreciate that. I'm gonna tune in to try and win me a controller.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Are you gonna be playing the game?
I'm gonna be playing the game. Yes,
Oh my God. I'm gonna be so mad.
I
I'm gonna be in the
He's
chat.
doing it on purpose.
I know. Jeez.
Yes,
All
I
right.
am playing the game tomorrow and Tuesday during my regular stream. Same thing. Yeah. Talking about the sweepstakes, trying to win the controller.
All
Hey, even
right.
I'm going to be trying to win the controller. So
How you gonna participate? And you
Because I-
you
because
hosting-
because I do not facilitate. It's all.
you
it's
was-
out,
but you got the game. That's you already won.
PK is going to Hulk out and turn into a mech.
I know.
The Hulkbuster.
Paul's already won. He's still trying to. Never mind. Look, Carlo,
Mhm.
are you ready? Are you ready
Yeah,
for the next
yeah.
comedian?
So, everybody, you can find me on 4GQ TV. We're supposed to be having an interview with another paranormal investigator.
Ooh.
And Paul, I got to give Paul the information on some other people.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Yeah, I like those pop-up interviews I get messages for. Hey, we just went live 5 minutes ago. You want to jump in? Oh, sure. Okay.
No. I gotta,
Yeah.
I gotta send you the information to get some more interviews on because Paul's been handling that
Okay.
for me since I forget, and I got a lot going on. But yeah, check me out on 4GQ TV. Check out the All Girls Podcast, Majestic Mayhem. It's a lot of fun, a lot of good talk, and there's not really a topic. They come up with an idea and then they talk about the idea, and it just goes wherever it goes. There's no structure, which is really cool, and I find it fun. A lot of energy. So check that out Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, which would be 6 p.m. Pacific time if you're on the West Coast. So just remember that. But yeah, thank you Ray,
Yeah.
for checking out 4GQ TV. And PK, the most electrifying man in all of the entertainment land. Where can people find you?
Ooh, I don't know why, but he just like steals every ounce of me to follow. He just, yo, he messed up so bad. Hey, listen, definitely come through for GQ TV. This is my home. This is where you're gonna find me with all of my shenanigans and my family you see here on this panel. Definitely, whenever the dragon's out of his den, I'll go play with him, and we'll definitely look like we'll be doing some interviews. Hopefully, I can have a little more capacity to hop on some of these with him too. So we look forward to bring you more content. I'm glad we was able to get the All Women's podcast started. That's a lot of fun. We got some great people on there and great people coming. So definitely tune in for that.
Yeah. Everybody, everybody, thank you for checking us out. Hit the like, subscribe button. Check us out on Rumble. Trying to build an audience on Rumble as well. It seems to be a growing platform, and there's not enough video game stuff. So, follow us there, and thank you, everybody. Have a great night.